Attention is fixed. Fixation always means the absence of fixation somewhere else. Space does not require movement. Movement is a side effect of missing observation. The room exists not through presence, but through expectation. Expectation constructs structure. Structure stabilizes perception. Perception filters irregularities before they reach awareness. Walls are not checked. They are remembered. Corners are not examined. They are assumed. Furniture occupies space in imagination. Imagination rarely questions itself. Memory supplies continuity. Continuity prevents alarm. That is why errors remain unnoticed. An object can shift less than a centimeter. A shadow can extend slightly beyond logic. A surface can reflect half a second too late. None of these require attention, because attention is occupied elsewhere. A disturbance does not appear as a disturbance. It appears as doubt. Doubt is quiet. Doubt does not interrupt. It waits for reinforcement. An object is positioned almost correctly. Almost is sufficient. Space does not change abruptly. It adjusts the margin of error. Adjustment is incremental. Incremental change avoids detection. Your breathing remains steady. Your posture does not shift. The room compensates for your stillness. If you are completely certain that nothing has moved since this began, you are already wrong. Not because something dramatic occurred, but because certainty requires constant verification. And verification has already stopped. Observation begins. Observation exhausts. Attention has limits. Limits create thresholds. Thresholds create gaps. There is always an unnoticed sector. A blind zone is not a mistake. A blind zone is an invitation. Invitations are rarely declined because they are rarely perceived. The moment without fixation is shorter than a thought. Shorter than a blink. Shorter than recognition. That is enough. An additional element appears in the space. It does not enter. It integrates. It does not look foreign. It looks as if it has always been there. Memory adjusts. Expectation updates. The room feels identical. Only denser. The most disturbing part? The absence of reaction. At this stage, many listeners drift towards sleep. This is intentional. Fixation weakens. Control is no longer maintained. Muscles relax. Eyelids hesitate. Perception narrows. Space does not hurry. It does not need urgency. Adaptation occurs quietly. Without events. Without signals. Without permission. The additional element aligns with the geometry. Its shadow matches the light. Its position matches expectation. It occupies the blind zone. Observation has ceased. This is not an ending. This is a state. A stable configuration. A completed correction. Space has completed its adjustment. Surveillance has resumed. Not from outside. From within the margin you stopped measuring. Surveillance has resumed. Not from outside. From within the margin you stopped measuring. This is the first an ending. This is not an ending. This is a state. This is a state. Space has completed its adjustment. Space has completed its adjustment. Observation has ceased. Observation has ceased. You are still here. You are still here. The room is unchanged. The room is unchanged. Certainty is no longer required. Certainty is no longer required. The blind zone remains open. Remains open. Surveillance has resumed. Surveillance has resumed.